Welcome everyone. Today I would like to discuss on Linux special permission. So guys, there are three type of special permission in Linux. The first one is set UID, the second one is set GID, and the third one is sticky bit. So to explain you, I have captured very important point about all three special permission. The first one that is set UID. So guys, you can read this line. If a file is owned by the root user and has the set UID bit set, no matter who executed the file, it could always run with root user privilege. So basically set UID is used to run for the local user who want to run any binary file, right? And you can use this command chmod u plus s and the file name, or you can also use chmod 4700 and then the file name. S here indicate s uid, and the value for this s will be 4, right? And one more important point, only owner of the file or root can set the suid, else no one can set it. The second one is set GID. So if the set GID bit is set on a directory, all the files created within said directory inherit the group ownership of that directory, because that directory will be used by the user of this group. So by default, it will take all the ownership of this group while creating any file into the directory, right? And you can use chmod u plus s directory name, or you can also use chmod 2770 directory name. S indicates set git over here, but the value for s will be 2. Okay, and in set uid the value of s will be 4, right? And the sticky bit, the last one, which is very important. If the sticky bit is set on a directory, then all file created within the set directory can only be removed by its owner or the root user. So only sticky bit is used in a public directory like ftp, so that anyone can create a file but he cannot delete the file. Only the root or the owner of that file can delete the file. This is the command to set sticky bit chmod a plus t file set directory name, or chmod 1777 directory name, right? And t indicates sticky bit, and value for this t will be 1. So guys, to explain it better, just open your Linux terminal. Guys, first of all, we will see SUID. SUID play a very important role to provide permission to binary file or command to any unprivileged user, right? Try to run fdisk command. See, you1 do not have privilege to run fdisk command. Basically, fdisk is -l is used to list disk partition. So root has privilege to run this command. If you want u1 to run this command, then you have to set suid bit. So we will set suid bit and see whether we can run fdisk-l from u1 or not. Just go to root and check the location of the binary file, right? Fdisk, right? Which fdisk will give you the location of the file. See, and use ls-lrth slash usr user sbin and fdisk. Okay. See here, root has privilege to run this binary file, right? If you want to run this binary file from any user, you have to set uid permission. Now we will set uid permission. Okay, so use u plus s to set the permission, user and sbin f. Okay, enter and check permission set or not. See, in place of x you can see this s1, right? That means at user s is set. Now any other user apart from root can access this binary file. Let's check. Type fdisk -l. See, now I am able to run this command. So now we will remove suid bit from passwd command and see whether local user can able to set their password or not. So check which PSWD command, and here is the location. Just ls-lrts to check the permission. User bin PSWD, right? See, setgit bit is applied. Now I will remove it. U minus s and then the path user bin and passwd. Check. Try to change the password now from u1 passwd. Okay. Now use the password. See, authentication token manipulation error, that it is not asking you to change the password. Now we will go back and revert the change. So add the sticky bit. This is how you can allow or restrict any user to use the binary file. SGID will help group of users to access a common directory. So we have to create a directory, then we have to assign ownership for that group, and then the user of that group can access all the file in the directory, right? Now we will see it. So create a directory mkdir new, okay, and check. Okay, this directory is created, you can see. Now we will change the ownership, chown, sorry, chown, and then root colon any group name. So I have Ashish as a group, and you can use the location, so /opt/new, right? Okay, now you can see group is changed to Ashish. Now we will set as setgit permission, so use chmod and 2 to set setgit 770, right? So owner and group has full permission for this directory, and check. Now setgit is set right on this directory. So what will happen, the user of this Ashish group can access this folder, and this folder will become common for all the user of group Ashish. They can create, modify and delete files in this group. Now check what are the users under this group. Okay, so use cat etc group and see Ashish, right? He has Ashish user, u1 and u2. Now we will switch to u1 user and create file in /opt/new directory. So do cd/opt/new. Okay. See, we don't have any file. Now we will create any file. So touch A1, and this file will inherit the ownership of this new directory. Okay, so if you see ls-lrth/opt/new, whatever file created under this directory will have the same ownership, right? This file may be created by any of the user. If you want to know more about this, you can watch my lecture 12, project on user and group management. Now we will go back to root and find out all the files set with setuid permission. So use find permission -u equal to s setgit and -type file. Okay. So these are the files. Okay, you can check later on that it has set git permission set, right? Now we will use third permission, that is sticky bit. If sticky bit set on any directory, then file created under that directory will be deleted either by super user or owner of that file. So let's check. Now we'll create a directory and set sticky bit. Okay, and set sticky bit permission. So you can use chmod 1777 sticky, right? Or you can use chmod a plus t also. Now create any file to sticky. Okay, cd sticky and create some files. Touch a1, a2, a3. Okay, let's go back to u1 user and go to sticky folder and check. Here three files are created by root, right? Now we will create another file by using u1 user. So touch a4, a5, right? See, we have this number of files. So if you delete a1, you cannot do that. rm-r1 a rf1. See, operation not permitted. Okay, just switch to another user, su-u2. Okay, and the password. Okay, now go to cd slash opt slash sticky and try to delete the file created by a1, rm-rf a4. See, u2 user do not have permission to delete this file because it is created by u1. Only super user and owner of the file can delete. Okay, I will see from root. If you do ll, you can see all the files, and if I want to delete rm-rf and a4 which is created by u1 user, see, the super user can delete. So only owner and super user can delete the files. So this will make the folder secure and this will make the file secure as well. You have seen how sticky bit is important. So if you have your file on FTP server, then you can restrict other user to delete the file, right? I hope this is clear to you guys. Thanks for watching the video.